then I went on to heal an underactive thyroid. I burned out my adrenal glands, so it took me a few years to heal those, and finally a depression with suicidal thoughts. So I'd healed all of that naturally.
Hi everyone, Elle Ballard is here on our next podcast episode and beautiful conversation. It's going to be so juicy. It's going to be great with Sarah. Hi Sarah, welcome.
Hi, Elle. Thank you for having me.
Yes, thank you for taking the time. So before we jump into conversation, I'd like to introduce Sarah properly. So Sarah is a holistic health and healing coach, keynote speaker, the author of Heal Yourself, a multi-award winning entrepreneur, and previously she was a registered nurse for 20 years. She has extensive experience in health and wellness, gained from naturally self-healing a multitude of health issues and her work as a registered nurse. She uses this knowledge to take a holistic approach in her work. She supports clients to find and heal the root cause of their health problems, thereby improving their health and ultimately their lives. How beautiful. I'm looking forward for this conversation. And we see the book here, which sounds amazing, and I know we're going to talk about it, but the first question I usually like to ask is, why did you choose this field of study, and business for yourself? How did that come about?
Well, my mum was a nurse and obviously raised me with nursing principles, and I wanted to care for people and help them in their vulnerable times to get through whatever it was that they were having health problems with. In the hospital, I worked in critical care, so I was part of the surgical team theatres. So I saw my role as helping people after their operation to get back on their feet.
Mm-hmm.
So I started in the caring field, but after I started healing myself by myself naturally, I was really at odds with nursing because I'm no longer aligned with giving medications for symptoms or diseases. I thought, well, I've healed myself. Other people must be able to heal themselves too, because I've not done anything out of the ordinary, just supported my own body and immune system. So I had a real fight with myself for at least 2 years because I'd always aligned with Sarah the nurse. And I'm the nurse and the carer, and I'm helping people on their own health journeys. But after healing myself, I decided to go on and train as a coach so that I could support and help other people to do the same, which is where I'm at now. So I'm still in that caring profession, but now I'm helping people to support themselves rather than just take a pill and not take responsibility for their own health.
That's amazing how you combine your work, your experience with past clients, and then I want to talk a little bit about the book too, and so I'm guessing that's how the book was birthed, right? And heal yourself. What is it? What does it incorporate? Can you talk about a little bit about the book? And I see you have all these different languages as well, right?
Yes, thank you. It's currently in English, French, Dutch, and Spanish, and I have a lady translating it to Greek as well. And I'm obviously looking at other languages because not everybody speaks English.
Yeah.
And the book is so important to help people. And it was birthed through my own healing. I started out healing psoriasis, then eczema and acid reflux, candida infection, and then I went on to heal an underactive thyroid. I burned out my adrenal glands, so it took me a few years to heal those, and finally a depression with suicidal thoughts. So I'd healed all of that naturally. And as I started to come out of the depression, started feeling a bit better, that's how my book was birthed. I'm like, right, so I need to write what I've done and how I've done it to show people that we can heal ourselves. And this is what I've done, and it's worked for me. Because I don't know if you're aware of Charlotte Gerson from the Gerson Institute.
Mm-hmm.
She says you can't heal two diseases and keep one. healing is healing. So when we support ourselves and heal our bodies, it heals everything, all our ailments, all our complaints. So my book started as I started to feel better and more able to integrate back into life. I started writing. And then I stopped because I'm like, well, where's my book going? The focus was healing, natural healing, but it was just me. And I didn't know what else to do at that time because I was still healing on my own journey. So I put it away on my computer for 5 years. Because I just wasn't sure what to do with it. And then one day I woke up 5 years later. I'm like, I've got to make this work, and it's got to be about not just me, but other people as well. So I reached out on social media and got 74 people came back who also wanted to share their healing to help others to understand. Because I think it was Joe Dispenza, paraphrase, said, to change our belief, we only have to see one person doing what we thought was impossible.
Right.
So here am I and 74 others sharing healing from things like multiple sclerosis and ALS and autoimmune, cancer, Lyme, all these things that doctors say we can't heal. We've healed them all ourselves. And that's how my book was born, and all these beautiful people came together sharing their own healing.
That's amazing. All these diseases and healing it in holistically, yeah? The
Yes,
kind of
totally naturally without pharmaceuticals. Yeah.
yeah, wow. Congratulations on the book. And we'll share where can we get it? Where can we get your book? Is that
It's on all 4 languages are on Amazon worldwide, and the English version is in Barnes and Noble as well in America.
okay? Beautiful, beautiful. And we will post a link for Sarah's website. Can they also get it from your website?
I have links to
Okay.
each language in each country, but the English link goes to an American
Yeah.
Amazon.
Uh-huh. Beautiful. Awesome. So we will post links for in the comments here if you're watching on the YouTube or listening to the audio version of this, we're going to be posting links for Sarah. So get a hold of the book and you can find your language as she's adding more languages. That's beautiful. So Sarah, tell us, I want to talk a little bit about where you're from and your background. And I usually ask about how do you think your upbringing and your background has limited or favored you?
So I was raised by a nurse, which progressed me into nursing myself, into that caring field. So the influence of my mum and seeing and hearing some of her work um, took me into the caring field. And from there, as I've healed myself and realised our bodies do heal more efficiently when we support them, that projected me then into becoming a coach. But I don't think all was lost in my nurse training and work, because it was 20 years. I saw how the medical model treat some of these diseases that we present with. But I also know from my own upbringing, and when I was sick, I would go to the doctors and get a prescription and some pills and a diagnosis. So I know how the medical model works from living in it and being brought up in it. And I think that has helped support my work as a holistic health coach. So I know when people come to me with like autoimmune problems and thyroid problems specifically, which is what I healed, I know what the drugs are, how they work, what they do. But I also know the flip side of how our thyroid is linked to our throat chakra, which is linked to the suppression of words and swallowing the words that we don't say. So there's the nursing really helps to support the work I do now, because I understand a lot of the medications people take, and I can help to support them to come off of those. And through my own healing and the healing of others in my book, I understand what natural healing takes, and have developed a 4-pillar framework with physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. And we need to address all of that for healing to be permanent.
that gives a little bit of more story into how you know became like you started working on this walking this path. Can you share some of the lessons when writing a book and when promoting your business and as a coach now, some of the lessons that you learned while publishing your book as a multinational woman, building a business as a multinational woman? What is some of the, maybe one of the biggest lessons that you could share?
It doesn't all happen at once. There is really no overnight success. It takes work and dedication, and that overnight success can take 10 years, and
Yes.
then suddenly something will happen. Um, but for me, when you're doing what you're passionate about, it doesn't feel like work.
Mm, yeah.
I've done the jobs in my younger years, the 9 till 5, the office jobs, which really was energy draining. But when you're doing something that you love to do, and especially like I'm helping people, I don't heal them, I help them to heal themselves.
Right.
But to be alongside that is so wonderful. It really, truly, I feel their joy when they suddenly realize what the root cause of their health problems are through a discussion that we have. And it's just so, it really lights me up to be with them on their journey and see people heal conditions that doctors have said they can't heal.
Mhm. That's amazing. That's beautiful. I love that. I love that. And I, you know, through through healing work, and it's our bodies are so amazing, right? It's just
Aren't they just? Yeah.
it's you know, we can really produce and create miracles, and if we, but there are so many factors behind it, right? To really, like you said, on your framework, emotional, spiritual, and all these things are so interconnected.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I love what you do. I love the work that you do as a healer, and it's all intertwined with your nurturing nature, and of course
Yeah.
your experience as a nurse. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful.
Thank you. I love it.
And you are now based where?
Oh, sorry, I didn't answer that, did I? So I'm an English lady, and I now live in Spain. We moved
Beautiful.
there just over 6 years ago. Yeah, just for a change of lifestyle. We moved to America forever, and it lasted 2 years, and we went back to England, and then we moved to Wales, and now we're in Spain. I'm a big believer of grab life by the horns, and just take some chances and do what you want to do. Do things that nourish your soul and let go of the fear of doing something new.
Beautiful. I love that. Yes, and I love Spain.
It's a fabulous country.
Yes, beautiful. Okay, so since we mentioned kind of like you've been living in so many wonderful different places in the world, and I love how you mentioned, yes, get rid of fear and just jump and accept the possibilities, embrace opportunities and possibilities. And as of course, as a woman of the world, I always like to ask this question: what does it mean for you to be a woman of the world?
Oh, it means to help support other women and network with other women because we're stronger together. And
Yes.
it's about collaboration over competition. We can do so
Yes.
much more when we help and support each other.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. Beautiful. Thank you. And now I want to move us to the final kind of part with
Okay.
the rapid fire questions of the talk. Are you ready?
Yes.
Yay. Okay. So the first question is, and there are five of them. I only have five. So the first question is, your favorite book name is?
Am I allowed to say heal
Yay.
yourself?
Beach or mountains?
Oh, mountains. We live in the mountains, but we're close to the beach too.
Nice. Yeah, I love how Spain has that combination, right?
Yes.
And I'm in California too, so I see that as well. It's beautiful. Favorite international destination to visit?
Oh, I don't know. I'd like to visit all the destinations because I just like to experience. So I can't say that I have a favourite. I really don't. You know,
Yeah,
we've been to a few countries, and the world's our oyster. I'd like to visit a few more.
few more. Yes, beautiful. Summer or winter?
I moved to Spain, so I've got to say summer.
And final question is things that you have discovered about yourself recently.
Oh, the lady that told me I would write a book when I was in the depths of deep depression, and I'm like, don't be crazy. What would I write about? Anyway, I wrote my book. Last year, she said, you need to start a podcast. And it was at that time I found out I had massive camera anxiety.
Mm.
But I trusted her. So I jumped in and started a podcast, and I'm overcoming that. And she said, about a month ago, she said, you need to do more video work. You need to get on that video every single day. I'm like, I was hoping you would say I could stop it now. So I think what I've learned about myself is I am stronger and have more courage than I ever could have imagined because I'm
Wow.
just doing it. But it's very me, that is, just take a chance and jump in and see what happens.
Yes,
There's no
yes,
failure, there's only lessons learned. Like,
yes,
we went to America forever and it lasted 2 years, and we
yes,
decided it wasn't for us, so we went back. But it
yes.
wasn't a failure. We had lots of, wonderful experiences.
Beautiful. I love that. Thank you for sharing that. And thank you for being on the camera today. I didn't realize that.
I'm getting better, but thank you.
Yay. Oh, wow. Congratulations on that. That's huge. Yes, I love that. Yeah. So again, we are going to be posting links to the book, how to get the book. And there are so many languages the book is available in. And we will post Sarah's website to connect with her, to learn from her, to work with her and everything. And yeah, and with that, Sarah, thank you so much for taking the time for this conversation today.
My pleasure. Thank you for taking the time to interview me as well, Elle. I appreciate it.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you. And I'll talk to you all soon. Bye.